Hello, everybody. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because there's not much to go over. This is just a starter tutorial, but we'll be putting out more tutorial series in the coming weeks on Streamlit. In this first part of the series, I'm going to go over how to install Streamlit, set up a new project, and walk through one of the most basic functionalities, which is the title, subtitle, and write functionality, as you can see on the screen. Also, I will show you the write Markdown, which can be useful sometimes, but most of the times you can handle Markdown within just the magic write function. To start, you're going to want to open up a terminal. If you haven't created an environment, create an environment, activate it, and then just do pip. I already have it, so nothing's going to happen for me. And then let's add a title. St is the common convention for Streamlit is to import it using st, kind of like pandas. And then from there, we can do st.title. We'll spell a lot of stuff wrong. And then we can do this title, st.title. This will be the title of the page. And then to run Streamlit, it's not like a typical Python app. It's annoying to run using IDEs, so I just typically go to the terminal and do streamlit run app, which is the name of the file, and I'm in the directory. And as you can see, it launches the web browser with, that was my old one, with the title. A lot like title, subheaders are pretty easy to add. You just do st.sub and then add the text you want to put in there, which is, this is a subheader. Go back over to your application. There you have your subheader. Now, this is when it gets a bit more interesting. I'm just going to do a write. And one interesting thing about these writes is you can add different types of different data types within them. So as you can see, this is going to show up as just a paragraph text, but if I wanted to put Markdown right inside the write function, you're able to do that, which is extremely convenient. So I'm going to do that as a header 3, so it should probably line up, with the subheader. And then you can also pass it data frames. If you do st.write, that will display the data frames for you. It's like a magic write. It can recognize what data type you're passing it and render it accordingly. Another writing functionality that they have is the st.markdown. It's redundant, but sometimes Markdown can cause issues in Streamlit. I'm just going to copy over some that I already prepared, but it's just st.markdown and your Markdown text. Streaming allows you to stream data to your app in real time and write it to the application. This can be useful when creating chatbots and things like that, where you want people to see some text coming back and not wait 30 seconds for it. Streaming allows you to stream data to your app in real time. This can be really useful when creating chatbots and live data updates to your application. In this use case, we're going to use a helper function that splits text and then uses a generator to lazy evaluate our split text. And this allows it to then chunk it and create this streaming effect. We're also then just going to put a time.sleep in there and have it sleep for a second until it then chunks another bit. And then each time it yields more, it will then stream it to the application. To start, I'm just going to use some text. You can use any text here. To start, I'm just going to copy over the heading, and then I'm going to add a button because you don't have to worry about this now, but we'll attach it at the end so that when you click the button, it streams the data that we're going to define. After doing that, you're going to want to just create some lorem ipsum text or some random text. And then here comes the streaming function. From here, next we have the streaming method. I need to import time. Here is the stream function. This is what we will be calling to then generate, using this yield, generate a word. So basically what it's going to do is take this text, split it on each word, and then yield the word, and then wait the 100th of a second before then yielding the next. The last thing we have to do here is then connect the buttons. So we want to do if stream btn. So this is checking. One way to think about Streamlit is its event loop is everything that's on the first line of the code, is how I think about it. Now, it's not exactly how it works, but one way to think about Streamlit is whatever is on the first line of code is run like in an event loop. So if you want to check the button at any point within your application state, you just do if button within, and then when that button returns a true Boolean, you can then do streamlit.stream, then you pass it the function or that helper function in the text that we wanted. And because it has this yield, it will then stream the data when we press that button. Let me just, yep, it's still running. We go over here and rerun. When we click this button, it will stream. Let's slow that down a little bit. Let's slow that down a bit more. It makes that effect like ChatGPT and stuff like that. Thanks for joining me today. Up next, we have text elements, where we'll look at titles, headers, subheaders, captions, code, text, latex, and dividers. That will also be a pretty short one. After that, we'll start getting into more interesting stuff, and then eventually we'll start making some apps. Thank you and have a great day.